What's going on YouTube? Clipper Doctor back at you with another video. I've been asked a lot of times on what's my favorite clipper and which clipper works best. And so I decided to go ahead and do an updated version of the video since I've upgraded clippers after a while. And yeah, I have the, the top clippers in the business right now. I have the Babyless FX clipper and this Master Cordless, the metal Wall 1919, the Magic Clip. What I don't have is the Wall Seniors, but essentially you all know this is basically the same clipper as these two. I haven't gotten into any upgraded ones as far as the Gammas and things like that. And I will probably get something like that sooner or later, but right now we're gonna do it based on these four. It's just a basic comparison video where we kind of go through the ins and outs of each clipper. And I'm going to attach this microphone sound reduction deal now. See if it's a difference at this point. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. I don't want to make this video too long because I've used every single one of these clippers here on a normal basis. So I kind of know the ins and outs. So we'll start with the Babyless FX. We're gonna start with the pros. One thing I love about these clippers, and just absolutely love, is the lever on the side here. I love this clicking mechanism. I just do. I mean, and I've been cutting for a few years now. It's just something about knowing that specifically where you put your clipper and where you put your lever is going to be the exact same spot. We know that we can kind of eyeball it and gauge it ourselves, but this is a very good feature. Another thing I like is that the power button is here. You can just simply click it up to start it up and click it down. It's not on the side where it's going to be in your way or at the bottom or anything like that. It's right there where you can get to it. So I do like that. And so normally when you're fading, it's no accidental turn off and turning the power off because it's there. I like the option that you can actually take this and either you can have it sitting charged on your station or you can have it hanging upside down, which let me give you all a little bit of advice. Hanging your clippers upside down is a very good thing because most of us clean our clippers, hopefully. And so we're using we're using chemicals, maybe a 5-in-1 or anything like that, that has a lubricant and cleaning solution. So it's normally going down here. So if you sit it here like this after you get done cleaning it, all it's doing is going down into this area here. All your oils and things like that are just sliding down your clipper. So hanging them like this, even if they don't have hangers on them, it's still a good thing. So that's a positive for me. I love the quietness of the motor. I mean, it is not too overbearing. And what I'll be doing is getting me a dB measure for sound so that when I do comparisons like this from here on out, we can kind of get a very good gauge of the numbers versus just hearing it. So it's a very good motor. I love the Ferrari motor. Babyless did their thing with this. I'm just going to be honest with you. They did their thing. I love in the black version that it comes with a black blade as well. So it's just, it's just so many different advantages of this right now. And I just like that. So let's see here. Let's say those are the pros. I love the charge time. It doesn't seem like it takes too long to stay charged. Normally with these clippers, you should be able to get at least 3 or 4 haircuts with these clippers. No problem without them going dead. If you're doing a lot of detail work, obviously it's going to take a little longer, but besides that, I'd say a good 3 or 4 hours, or not 3 or 4 haircuts, not 3 or 4 hours. So that's that. I personally like the feel of these. Some people don't like it, say it feels like a microphone. I like the way these feel in my hand. I mean, I feel like I got full control, especially with the grip. This grip here does make it a little bit easier to hold. Now I'm holding it left-handed because I'm just shooting this video, but I just like I like these clippers. These are great. I'm trying to find the cons. The con, I won't say it's much of a con, but I like a clipper that can stand up and charge as well. Because when you have a station, you have stuff like this. If it has a stand to it, normally the wires go to the back, and you don't have to worry about tripping over the cords and things like that. However, with the new Tune 45 barber mat, it does have it to where you can have it charging without having to have cords everywhere. So that might be a good thing as well. That is a good thing actually. Um, cons. I don't have many cons with this clipper here. Matter of fact, most of the clippers I use because they don't have a lot of cons. So we'll go ahead and come back to that. Oh, I love the fact that it's interchangeable with wall. So if you want to use your wall clipper guards, they'll fit on here. If you want to switch a wall blade on here completely, that will fit. So I like that when they send you these, they send interchangeable colors. So I could make this lever and this bottom charging deck area, whatever you want to call it, I can make both of those black if I want to. And if you have multiples of these, you can just switch the bottom deal here with the other colors. So that's pretty cool. Again, I love the sound. I love the fact that when you're charging it, it will, this indicator light right here does blink if it's charged and it stays lit if it's fully charged. All great things. Babyless, again, shout out to you all. Shout out to Dennis, man. You all did a great job with these clippers. I see you all putting pressure out there. Keep it going. But that's that. Next in line is the Andis Master Cordless. Absolute love this clipper. I am an Andis Master fan. Been that way since barber school. So we can jump right into this. Benefits of this clipper is that it actually looks like the clipper. It actually looks like the clipper. When I first saw this in the Instagram videos before we went to the Bronner Brothers shows and things like that, when these first came out, I was skeptical of this. I love the whole thing. It feels good in your hand. It's definitely lighter than the original Master. It still has the crunch sound when you're cutting hair. I love the length. Obviously, that's just the Master basic. It's the length of the cut when you just have it all the way open. And let's see. I just love the fading technique of this. This is a great clipper. If you're in any type of way in serious in the barber game, I would definitely recommend this as well. But we can jump to the pros. Cause most of us have used the Andis Master, so we know about the Andis Master. This does just about everything the Andis Master does. These are set. So the con. One con I have is that anybody that knows this is that the sound, it's a little on the loud side. Let me show you. So it's a little bit on the loud side. Outside of that, I do wish they would have put the magnetic motor in these. I don't know why they didn't, because before the Andis Masters came out, the caliber 50 caliber clipper actually came out with a cordless magnetic clipper, and I'm not sure why Andis didn't decide to go that route. But I do feel like we could have got a little bit more out of this clipper, including the charge time. But let's jump back. I'm gonna jump back and forth with some of these. We're gonna jump back to the pros. The indicator light is there. And once this light turns red, it's letting you know that it's getting ready to be time to charge. These clippers, lithium ion, stay at full power until they die completely. This red button is not saying you're going to lose power. It's simply saying that it needs to charge. And another thing, going back to another pro, when it charges standing up. I love a clipper that has a standing base, a charging base. I love it. It stands just like that when it's charging. So a great clipper. I love that you can interchange this with the fade blade. and also the Fat Master blade. So I mean, again, fits in your hand. I haven't had any issues with it getting heated or anything, too hot or anything like that. So, and I put this ceramic on there just to put it on there, but I haven't had any issues with it getting too hot at this point. But I also don't fade too long before maybe switching to something else or my liners or something like that. So that's that. Next is our go-to. This clipper has, I mean, for most of us barbers, have been our staple clipper for the longest time, and that's the Cordless Magic Clip. I mean, what can you really say about this? About 90 minutes of use time, lightweight, very easy to adjust, a nice, good sound. Actually, between all these, for some reason, the Magic Clip, the way it turns on, kind of reminds me of the old magnetic clipper sound when you first turn on. Like, listen. I don't know if it's the switch or what, but it has a right out the gate pop to it. I love that. I love they've kept that. But again, this is your indicator light, and I do wish some of these, I don't think these do it. I have never seen it, not that I remember. I do wish they had a light that comes on that tells you when it's going dead. I'm not sure if I've seen it on these though. But I did, now I will let you all, warn you all, I did modify my clipper. So it does have the Andis Fade Master blade on there. I did the mod change and I love it. I just love it, but it doesn't take away from this being a Magic Clip. It just gives you the capabilities of using it with the Andis Master. And if I wanted to, I can take the same blade off and put the wall blade back on here with no problem. Again, this is between all of these, I believe this has the longest lasting charge at 90 minutes. So I love the ergonomics on the back. You can put your hand there and it feels like you're not gonna go anywhere. I can fade like this all day. And I love this little thumbprint right here. I hope they never get rid of this part here. So, I mean, that's the Magic Clip. I mean, it's a staple clipper. I mean, I don't have many cons on this one. Again, it charges laying down, and I don't have many cons on this one. So, I mean, like I said, none of these are gonna have just major flaws at all because, again, these are all great clippers. Let's get to the last one, which is our Wall 1919 clipper. I remember when this first came out, man, I saw this at the Bronner Brothers show in Atlanta, and I went crazy because it has an amazing look to it. I mean, it has a very regal look to it, and it also has the same benefits as the Magic Clip. I personally love this lever right here, and just overall, it's just around, again, a great clipper. I mean, there's nothing much wrong with this clipper. It is definitely the heaviest of all of them. It is definitely heaviest. Sound-wise, it's not really loud at all. I mean, between all these, your Andis Master is going to be your loudest clipper. This is going to be your heaviest clipper. I mean, side by side with the Andis Master, you would think by the look of it, these will be heavier, but these are definitely heavier. In my opinion, these are definitely heavier. Again, you can interchange this with all the fade blades, and I'm also going to put the Master modification on these as well. I'll have it on all my clippers, so if I just decide I want to do it, I can. But just because you have the mod on there doesn't mean you have to use it at that time. So, again, it does go down in charge time. I mean, in battery lifetime. And I think this is also a 70-minute battery time. So that's the negative, and it also again charges this way. I think that's going to be it between these here. Now, I went through all that to say this. These are 4 beast clippers. I'm sorry, it's not just in my opinion, there is no just hands down winner. But if I had to rank these clippers in which I would use them on a normal basis, me personally, I would go Andis Master. I'm just stuck with the Andis Master. I mean, that's what I learned with. It's just special to me in so many different ways. Andis Master, then definitely the Babyless FX, then the Magic Clip, then the Metal Magic Clips. That's what I would use them in order with. So it's not saying that any of these are just horrible. None of these clippers, and I repeat this, I don't like when people put bad reviews out there on any of these, because I don't believe none of these are bad in any type of way. They all have small flaws in some way. Like, I love the Magic Clip, and I love the lightweight of the lever. However, sometimes I feel like the lever is a little flimsy at times. That's the only thing I don't like for the most part. And on these are just super heavy. The battery life doesn't last as well, and they're a little loud. These, as far as just performance wise, I don't have too many just flaws with these. So, price range. Now that's another situation. Now we can get to that. These are priced at about, let's say $225 to $250, maybe even $300. These about $219, $200. These are about $200. These are about $80 to $100. So the cheapest clipper here outlasts just about all these as far as battery time and lightweight and quietness. However, I mean, it's based on your own personal opinion and what you feel about these clippers. So I gave you my ranking and what I feel about them. If I've missed anything and you all want to hear about it, please comment below and let me know. I just kind of did this based on just off the top of my head, because I didn't want to go into specs. We've seen 1,000 videos of specs, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I don't want to make it too long, and we'll just go ahead and get from there. So again, let me know what you think about it. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on these videos, and I'll keep them coming. All right, Clipper Doctor out.